Huh?
We'll look this
You're going to
way.
look that way? Get the side profile going?
Yeah, all right, let's go.
Hey, everybody. Jeremy Wheeler here, Minnesota Main Street Media, sitting down for my first interview with Annandale head coach Matt Walter. Coach, last time we talked, you were getting ready for the state championship game. That was a heck of a run that you had last season.
Yeah, it was fun. I think did we play state championship game?
I think you might have played in the state
Yeah.
championship
Yeah.
game. It was a couple weeks ago or so now.
A few weeks ago. It seems like it was yesterday, though. No, just phenomenal year last year. A lot of fun. The kids were great. Just fun watching their improvement throughout the year. And, the playoff run was special. That's something I don't think any of those kids will forget. I know our coaching staff won't forget that. And kind of ran into a juggernaut a little bit with Stewartville. But I don't think it dissipates from the season at all. It was just a lot of fun. Just seeing the kids' faces, as you're advancing through the state tournament and stuff and getting to that big game. So, but now we know what it's like. So hopefully we get back there again and we handle it a little bit better. We make it a little bit more competitive. But we'll see. It's kind of a new year this year. We kind of push back what we had last year and we start over again. I got a lot of new pieces we've got to put together and it's be fun. I mean, that's part of it. It's just fine. Every year is a different journey. It's a different path. It doesn't always look the same. But hopefully we get the same results.
Absolutely, it's always fun to end the season down at US Bank Stadium. So
it was weird because you knew when your last practice was. I think that was probably the weirdest thing is we know that this Friday is our last practice and we're done for sure. Me when I first started coaching, 25 years ago, there's a couple years I knew it was probably our last practice, but we didn't tell the kids.
Right.
But so you play the last game of the year. Obviously, it's special. But like I said, it's time to push that away and move forward this year and get focused and hopefully we get a first down this year and get a stop. And we'll take it from there and we get it rolling during the year again.
Well, hopefully we get at least one first down. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long season.
It will be a long first season. That's right.
I think.
But we don't have one yet, so we'll see.
Well,
baby steps, Jeremy.
Baby steps, absolutely.
Steps, yeah.
Well, so we're gonna hopefully we can walk and then run because we've got Litchfield coming up on Friday. Yeah. We had our first kind of tests, if you will, the first opportunity for some live tackling and some live playing yesterday with the scrimmage. How did we do yesterday in the scrimmage?
We did good yesterday. I mean, a scrimmage it's nothing like a game. Mm-hmm. I mean, even the speed of it is totally different from the game, but it's better than practice. We don't do a lot of live hitting. We don't tackle live at practice. We tackle dummies. We don't block live at practice. We block against dummies to protect our kids. So we need it. I mean, it's good to get out there. I thought we tackled well. It's something that we feel it hasn't hurt us by not practicing, tackling live at practice. We've done this probably for 12 years now, 13 years. And we seem like we stay healthier. But I thought we tackled really well yesterday. Need to do a better job of getting the ball out. Our goal is to get 2-3 turnovers a game. As far as fumbles, we picked off 3 or 4 passes yesterday, but we didn't cause a fumble. So that's something this week we got to stress a little bit more. Second, third guy coming and ripping the ball out. I thought our blocking was decent. Need probably stay a little bit lower, but the kids just need to get out there. They need to hit. They need to get hit. They need to get the feeling of the game, the speed of the game, going against a different team, going against a different look. Obviously, there's no game planning going to the scrimmage, so you're not matched up to anybody's formation or anything like that. Our biggest thing is we try to get all of our ball carriers the ball one time, so they got hit. We want everybody to get hit. Obviously, got to see our line. We wanted to run block, pass block, and just see how we did. And same with defensively. Everybody get in there, hopefully get on a tackle, and just get used to that contact, make a few corrections, and we move forward to Friday night to Litchfield.
Practice-wise this season, I always think about training camp being hot and humid and kind of a gauntlet. Yesterday was probably about the warmest day that you guys have had since practice has started. How's practice gone? How has the weather helped or hindered what you guys are working on?
Well, practice has been phenomenal. Our kids, we had one kind of iffy practice day, the second week on a Monday. I think we hit the wall. It's funny because usually hit the wall the first week, like Thursday or Friday, their legs are tired. Mm-hmm. Kids are tired from getting up in the morning and practicing. I mean, phenomenal the first week. I remember talking to our staff over the weekend going, well, maybe we're not going to hit the wall this year. I spoke too soon because on Monday it was a rough one. But Tuesday they came back and bounced back. The kids have been great, and part of it's because of the weather. Mm-hmm. It's been cool. We've had a little mist of rain even a little bit, but nothing like last year. I think the first 2 days of practice last year we were inside with all the rain that we had. But I think it hurt us yesterday because that sun came out yesterday, and we were on the turf, and it got hot, and you could just see us kind of melting a little bit. I mean, we were tired. One thing we were talking about the kids, and they even wanted okay, can I get a sub? No, you're not getting a sub. You're going to finish the drive because it's what it's going to be like on Friday night. You're going to get a sub in the middle of the drive. You got to get used to the heat, but they weren't used to it. Nobody was. You could tell all the teams were talking about it. But, it's nice for practice. I think just mentally, the cool weather that we had. I think you get more done. The kids are more into it. They're not tired. See less injuries. When kids get fatigued, it's when, obviously get a muscle pull and things like that. So we had very few injuries during practice the first 2 weeks, but the heat's an issue. Now, if we have a hot game on Friday, which the first 2 weeks you typically run into that, we have to be careful. Probably have to sub more, play more kids, because their bodies they're not acclimated to that type of heat like we saw on yesterday in our scrimmage.
All right, talk about obviously, last year's state tournament team is gone. A lot of those seniors graduated, including your senior quarterback that is now on playing for Concordia. And I keep getting the question from people: how are they going to be this year? How good are they going to be? And it keeps coming back in my mind to one question, and I feel like it's going to depend on how your quarterback play is. In a lot of cases, we're returning some of those more skill position players. How are we looking at quarterback? What are your thoughts as we head into that Week 1 game versus Litchfield?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking good. It's not just about the quarterback; it's about everybody. I mean, you got to put the pieces together. I mean, you have to, and also our job as coaches is different. We had Nick last year. His skill set's a little bit different than the guys we have this year. So you have to tailor your offense too to meet the needs of that quarterback. So it goes hand in hand, and that's something you work all year on, and you work all summer and all during the season. Is what are his strengths? What can we do to help them out and make plays out? So, Michael Koval will start for us at quarterback. We think we have some depth at quarterback. We got senior Zach Rowe, sophomore Braylon Foley's looked really well, and another sophomore Grady Miller's looked really well too. So I think we're pretty good there. We feel pretty comfortable out there. It's just getting things that make these. Mike's 6'4", 200 pounds. He's a big kid. He can run the football. He's fast. So we have to put things in that are going to be strengths for him. He throws some balls really well. Those are the type of routes we need to put in. Nick threw some routes really well. We put routes in for him, and maybe it's not the same for Mike as it was for Nick. So it's just adjusting to that. We'll see what happens. We may play 2 quarterbacks in the game. We may play 3 quarterbacks in the game. I think it's all going to depend on how things play out here in the next couple of weeks. But we're really confident in him, and we got good skill position players. How do we get these kids to football? What's the best? So it's a big puzzle trying to get the pieces put together with each kid's skill set. Maybe you got a kid who runs the deep ball really well and can jump, high, and they're long and tall. You got other kids who are quick, so you use your short passing game to get them the ball, kind of like a long handoff. So it's not just about our quarterback. Obviously, the quarterback's a big part of it. They touch the ball on every single play of the game. But like I said, we feel comfortable. We're progressing. It's always different. You go from a multi-year starter to a first-year starter, and things are not going to look the same. They shouldn't look the same. So it's just, getting better every day, and I think we're going to be fine there.
Saying that's the nature of the beast is with high school sports. You graduate 100%. One class, the next class is up, and everybody's.
We're just happy the kids graduate as long as they're. That's a big part of it.
We don't need 50-year seniors.
No, we're good. We're just happy the kids graduate and hopefully go on and do something they're happy with. So.
Absolutely. So with this new class coming in, and going all the way down to a pretty good sophomore class coming in too. Obviously, sophomores are, we always talk about sophomores can have a lot of talent, but they make mistakes too. So, who are we? Who are fans on Friday night coming up here? Who are some of the names that fans can be looking for out there that we're going to be cheering for on Friday nights?
I hope they're cheering for all of our kids on Friday night. Yeah.
Yes.
No, our numbers are really good. We have 62 kids right now, 10 through 12. I think we're at 88, 9 through 12. So football's a numbers game. You need numbers. Got those numbers. Be honest with you, we try not to count on any sophomores. Anything we get from a sophomore, we consider a bonus. Just because the game is so different from ninth grade football. We never bring a ninth grader up, or rarely. It's every once in a while you have to because you're maybe short on a JV level, but we try to keep them with their class at ninth grade. But the game is so different. The physicality of the game is different. The speed of the game is different. And sophomores struggle with that. Typically, if we play a sophomore, we like them to play a few JV games first before they get on the varsity field. Every once in a while, you get a sophomore that steps up and play. We have one this year who's probably going to be a starter from day one. She has the skill set for it and the size for it. But I think guys you want to look for is obviously some of our returning guys from last year. Gavin Wang, 6'7", 275 pounds, playing tackle for us and DN for us. 3 years. He didn't start for the sophomore. It took him a few games to start for the sophomore, but 2.5 year starter for us. Colby Dirk's a middle linebacker. Colby's a dude. Just a great tackler, the leader of our defense, kind of the quarterback out there. Colby will not lead the field on defense. I don't care what situation we're in, that kid's on the field because he runs our defense. Kids are real confident with him. Tommy Halverson back at linebacker for us. Nick Olson back at linebacker for us. Nick also is our running back. played some running back for us last year, but he'll be the guy now with Connor gone. So those are the guys at the linebacker core that are returning for us. We got Brandon Cooper for us at safety in the back end of our defense. Phenomenal football player. Also plays some receiver for us. So those are the guys on defense. That's all time last year. Ben Walter will be back in the O-line for us. Gabe Westman, who played, I think our third leading receiver last year, is back at receiver for us. So as far as the returning guys, those are the guys that I think you're going to be able to watch and count on. And then we have, the juniors coming up, and I think Owen Peterson and Charlie Peterson and Keegan Grube are guys you're going to hear from. Weston Miller, another senior, you're going to hear from. Caden Schimmelfinney, Cam Mergen in the backfield. Isaiah Turner played a little bit last year. He's going to go out to receiver for us this year. Looks really well. Jimmy Signer, Tyson Sanderson. You can see in our secondary. Hopefully Jack Dunsea's going to get some playing time at that area. And then we have a plethora of D linemen, different things we can do. Alex Sundberg, Justin Kunkel, Keaton Miller. We can go Keaton at 6'5", and Gavin at 6'7" at D ends. Keaton's not as big as Gavin. Gavin's 275. Keaton's maybe 175. So they're built a little bit different. But as far as taking away passing angles, it's a big difference for us. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of kids. We think we get a lot of kids on the field, which is what you want. Trying to build depth. That's what we're always just trying to build depth. Kids are going to get hurt. Kids are going to get beat up during the year. Kids get sick during the year. You just don't want the drop off when you have to replace a kid.
To be fair, I'm not sure that anybody is built like Gavin is out there. He's kind of one of a kind.
I don't know. We saw Pequot yesterday. There were like 3 or 4 kids that look like Gavin out there, and Litchfield has a player who kind of looks like Gavin too. But yeah, Gavin's impressive. You stand. My wife, like said yesterday, the only because we had no numbers on our shirts, practice jerseys. The only kid you could really tell out there was Gavin. So yeah, nice kid.
I thought it was. You had picture day just the other day too, and seeing all the pictures up on Facebook, and you see even though the back line was standing on stools, you see Gavin standing up there, kind of above everyone else, and you know that the person that he's standing next to is tall as well, and it's like. Yeah, he's a big boy. And
you stand. It's funny. You just stand next to him, and you may become a little bit past his ways. But what's Facebook? That's social.
What's that? You won't ever see this video either that we're working on. So.
First of all, if you're putting a video of me, I'm not watching it ever. I'm face for radio. I'm telling you that.
You and me both.
We're telling you that right now. My mom won't even watch this thing.
Oh, come on.
Your mom she loves you. I know.
Your mom will watch just because of me.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But yeah, so she's 80 now. I don't know what her problem is. She better not watch it now.
Be careful.
That's right.
You're gonna get a nasty phone
call.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
So moving the season is here already. We started out today talking about how was summer, and it was the answer is fast because it's September next week. All of a sudden we've got our first game on Friday.
School starts in a week. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go. Yeah. I hope that today when I got out of the air conditioning of the truck, my glasses fogged up. If we could skip that for September, I would be good with that.
I will tell you what though. Everybody thinks football is a cold weather sport. Nobody likes playing in the cold. I mean, the great games is if you're playing in the cold means you're doing well.
Yep.
But it's not fun. I mean, when you get those kind of early October games, those are probably the best games of the year. But
60 degrees at kickoff.
100%.
Yep.
But no, it's time to get going. I mean, it's the greatest time of the year. I mean, if you got football season, you got fall, you got NFL starting. Nothing like Friday night. Friday night is the greatest thing in the entire world. It's so cool and it's fun every year. You got a new group of kids. You got a new group of seniors. They all have dreams, and you're trying to, help. Hopefully, they have success. You're trying to help them out, but I think no matter what, you're trying to make it a good experience for them, and I can't wait till next Friday. It's going to be so awesome. It's just fun to get started with a whole new challenge. Keeps you young. The challenges keep you young and maybe a little gray, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I know our Cardinal fans are going to travel well on Friday, and a lot of people out there for the paddle game, and I'm excited.
And hopefully all the games this year are on Friday. I think last year with all the crazy
awesome.
The weather things. We
Monday Night Football.
We played Thursday Night Football.
Howard Cosell announcing. I mean, nobody here knows who Howard Cosell is, but that was so weird last year. We played a Monday game, played a Wednesday game, obviously. Yep. Played a Thursday game, Friday game, Saturday game. So yeah, everything but Tuesday and
Sunday.
Sunday. And
See, we should have found a way to have a noon kickoff on Sunday. And
we're not playing at noon. I hate that. No way. Man.
I know. We could do the Sunday night game. We could
There
do
you go. Sunday
7:30
night. Yeah.
kickoff.
Well, high school football's been played night, but be honest with you, the Monday night game was phenomenal.
It was.
It was so much. We played 2 games a week. Played Monday and Friday. We've never done that before on a week like that. So, I guess playoffs Tuesday, Saturday,
Right.
But. And we played on Tuesday.
No, we didn't.
Because Spectrum didn't play. We would have. Yeah,
we had the first round bye.
100%. But yeah, that was it was different. It was kind of fun. Homecoming Monday Night Football. It was great. But Friday nights are the night. I 100%. Yeah.
So, as far as we don't have anything crazy happen before this Friday, we are playing on Friday night. Friday Night Lights at Litchfield, arguably one of your biggest rivals. The battle for the paddle that has left our trophy case to travel to the opposing team's press box. I think is probably about as far as it's gotten, and then it comes right back home to the trophy case. You've never lost the paddle. I agree. It's got a really good spot up there.
It looks great up there.
Yeah.
It'll be if it's ever gone. It better not be gone. If it's ever gone, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I love walking in school and taking a look at it. It's funny though. Every year I kind of make a smart aleck comment to the AD when he takes the paddle from me when we play there. I mean, like last 2 years ago, I'm like, Justin, why are we doing this? Just keep it on the bus. It's pointless. I give it to you, give it back to me. Their coach and stuff. I mean, we went to college together. We're good friends, so it's always a talk. But yeah, our kids, it's to the point now that kids don't want to be the class that loses it. We've never lost it. My goal was Jackman's kids to die without ever touching the paddle. We accomplished that goal last year, so I was good with that. All of his kids are done playing now.
I was going to say, not his kids have not died.
No,
they're done playing
it's
football.
a joke. Playing football. That's exactly right. But I mean, it's a big deal to our kids. It's a big game. It's a big rival game, and if there wasn't a paddle, it would still be a big rival game. And you're going there. It's gonna be tough. They're gonna draw big. They got a new offense this year, running something different. It'd be tough for our kids to pick up a lot of motion, a lot of different formational stuff. So it'll be a good challenge for us, and I know our kids will be ready. It's time to get, whether you're ready or not, it's time to get ready. It's time to play. And we look at it as a process. Wherever we start, we just want to get better every week. We get on Mondays, and we don't harp on whether we win or lose. We celebrate the win, the loss. We're not all down about it. We come back on Monday. It's like, okay, what do we need to work on? And every week we do that. And hopefully by the end of the year, you're playing your best football, and that's how you make playoff runs. So, it's a challenge. You're just trying to get the kids ready to play and trying to get up to their max potential. I think you saw it a couple of years ago. We started 1-4, but we ended the season 5-1. The kids just kept getting better and playing better, and that's fun. That was a fun year to see that. So we don't really put a lot of expectations on. We were trying to win every game, but trying to get better every week. If we do that, we think we're in good shape.
Well, and that's, twice in recent history, I can remember you guys going undefeated. Obviously, last year until the title game.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring up COVID.
Don't bring up the COVID year.
No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
You were undefeated in COVID, and probably cost you a chance at least another chance at a state title game in that season, thanks to COVID and regulations and the shutdown. And
we moved on from that, Jeremy.
I still don't know if
I know.
I had a senior in that class, so
I know. So that's right. It's personal. That's right. Yeah.
So. But nonetheless, like you said, I also generally reference. I remember there's been years that you've gone 3-5, and you made it down to the Dome at that point. It was that long ago back when we were playing the more traditional Wright County Conference, if you will. So it's not about how you start the season; it's how you finish the season.
Yeah, and you got to stay healthy. That's a big part of me. I think 19. I thought we had a good team that maybe could have won it, but we were pretty beat up. 21. I thought we were pretty good. But our kids are confident. Our kids are used to winning, which is a big benefit to us. I think our kids know what it looks like. When I first started coaching, that was always frustration. Like for me, even as a coach, I didn't even know what winning looked like and what success looked like and what level you had to be. It was a learning process. Like every year you thought we're going to be really, really good, and you're going, well, no, we're missing this, this, and this. Look at Becker, Glencoe, who we were playing at the time. Our kids are really good now. Our practices are great. Our kids know what our practice should look like. We have zero issues at practice. Our kids practice hard. They know exactly what to do. Like one of my sons said last year, Dad, practice is never fun. He goes, when we were in 9th grade, like the linemen get to run pass routes, they get to do this, they get to do that. I go, are Friday nights fun? He goes, yeah, Friday nights are great. I go, that's what we do, why we do. So our kids know that it's not screw around time, it's not goof around time. We laugh with our kids, we have fun with our kids. We have Thursday night team dinners, we do game stuff with our kids. But from 3:30 to 5:30, our kids know it's business time. And it's fun as a coach. We don't have to teach that anymore. We have to preach it. It's the seniors set the standard every year. And you see that this year. Our kids come out and, we've had 9 phenomenal practices so far and, one that was decent, but not to our standard. We talk to the kids about it. This is not how we practice. We don't practice to beat Spectrum. We don't practice to beat some of the lower level teams. We're practicing every day to beat the top teams. And our kids understand that, and that's their goal. They want that. So they bring it, and it's just a lot of fun. And like our job as coaches is trying to get the kids in the best position possible. It's up to the players. Let them make plays. Let your kids do what they need to do, and let them control the football team. Our captains run our football team, and all of our seniors do. I mean, they're all leaders, and it's just fun to see. For me, it's an honor that I get to be out there with them, and it's just fun to watch their growth.
And you're talking about we don't practice to beat Spectrum. We're not playing Spectrum this year. It kind of a change. Last season, I feel like that was the talk most of the season. Is this schedule? Gosh, we're not going to. Our closest rival in DC. We're not. I mean, we didn't see them until we played them in the state semifinal game down at US Bank Stadium. That's changed this year. We Goner, Spectrum, and Breck, and back our 2 more traditional rivals because we go Litchfield into hosting DC and then Delano.
Yeah,
a couple of names. I mean, DC has been a normal rival. We haven't seen Delano in 5 years, 4 years?
Yeah, probably like 5 years, probably.
So I do remember that the last time we played each other, we did win that game. So
did we? I don't even remember that.
I do. So being the Delano,
I know the Delano grad,
and say one of my former classmates was one of the assistant coaches on that team. So we might have talked a little smack between ourselves back and forth there, but so talk about this schedule. I know we talked about it's not a schedule change section wide. So I mean, really, we kind of talked about those first 3 games, kind of a gauntlet. You go at Litchfield, then back home against, arguably your biggest rival in DC, and then, Delano, who's a 4A school. And, by the way, all 3 of those teams played either in the state tournament or in their respective section title games last year.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make our schedule. The state actually sets our schedules for us, so we have zero control over who we play. It's supposed to be a 2-year cycle. But after last year, a team in east of St. Paul, which is not a lot of room east of St. Paul, but there was, and they didn't have enough kids to play football, so they redid the schedule, and something in the state decided we're going to make Annandale's schedule pretty tough. Which whatever it is, what it is great. Some old rivals that we have, like you said, I got rid of all the Delano film a few years ago. So I'm like, we're never playing Delano again. The way the schedule's set up, and then what the state wanted to do, there's no way we're ever playing them again, and now we're playing Delano again. DC, I mean, obviously the 3A school. I mean, for a fan point, I mean, wow, what a way to start the season. At Litchfield, replay our state semifinal game, rematch at our place, which I'm excited it's our place. And then, old traditional Wright County rival, Delano, coming, they have an elite receiver, so that'll be a nice challenge for us. And then we end the season with another rival of ours in the section, Foley. And then New London, who just won a state championship a couple years ago. So I think 5 of the 8 schools we play were, like, say, either the state tournament or section championship game last year. So it's a great challenge for us. I mean, if we stay healthy, it's going to make us better. We're not afraid to play anybody. We'll play anybody, and our kids are going to be ready for it. And so we run through that gauntlet. I mean, I just think the confidence our team's going to have, and they can really catapult us to a really good season. But we'll take it one game at a time, and if we get tripped up, and we learn from it. The nice thing is we're going to know what we have early on. When you play teams who aren't as strong as you, sometimes you get away with being sloppy with stuff, or the things that you do, like we can do this, and you have to adjust later in the season. We're going to know early on what we're capable of. So I mean, that's a nice part of it, about it too. And plus the kids. I mean, you play a DC and a Delano and Litchfield. Your technique, everything has to be great. If not, you're going to get beat up front. And so, like I said, it's great. I mean, our kids are excited for it. We're not running from it. I know our fan base is going to love it, and I'm excited for that. And I don't know. I think we're going to be good, and I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a great challenge for us, but a lot of fun when we're done.
And at the end, I mean, there's not much better than Friday Night Lights, so it's going to be a heck of a season, and I know I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for football. I've even found myself watching preseason football games, which I normally don't a whole lot, but it's like it's still football.
I was smiling last night. I mean, we watch a little. I watch film in the summertime, obviously, but last night you're back looking at an opponent. Like, we got Litchfield scrimmage tape, and it was just like I had chills in my arm. That I know it's a lot of time, but it's like it's like we're starting now. It's for real.
Now it's for real.
Now it's for real. And I was called their coach last night, chewing them out a little bit because we didn't get all their tape, and then their camera went wrong. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, or so it's kind of banter back and forth, but competitive juices get going a little bit. But I'm excited for our kids. We have a great senior class. Just excited to see them lead our football team, and we love our fan base. We love our playing at home. Annandale has really followed football, and it's a great school atmosphere, and it's time. It's like last year was a long wait from the end of November all the way till now, but we're finally here again, and different group of kids, but same challenges we want, and it should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And those underclassmen have that bad taste in their mouth. They know what it feels like to get to the title game, and they know what it's like to lose one. So
100%.
Why not go back and win one?
That'd be awesome. I'd love to go back again, and we'll see what happens. Like you said, long ways to go. It's a process. But it has to start, and it's time to start. We've been waiting for this.
That's exactly right. And I think if you would have gone back a year ago to us sitting in this room talking, I don't think that either one of us said that you would have finished your season in the state championship game if we were being realistic about it. So anything can happen.
You just got to give yourself an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's like key. Give yourself an opportunity. Esco was elite last year. We played a heck of a game. One of their stars got hurt, which is part of the game, and boom, that just kind of catapulted us through there. But that crew did everything right, and we didn't turn the ball over, did everything right. It's a new crew this year, and I'm excited to see where they go. I think they can be really good. And I know we're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun along the way, and so it'll be good.
Awesome. Coach, thank you very much. We'll be back, of course, every week with a new one of these, and starting next week, we'll have interviews with players coming out as well, too. We'll have 2 of our spotlight players. So thanks, everybody, for watching, and make sure to thank all of the sponsors as well. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate it.